Good morning, everyone. I am your host, Alan Bell. Welcome, everyone, to the Sports Rise Show with the Sports Crew. And, of course, you can see me on Stellar Sports Shorts. You also you can hear me on the podcast side. I am on Spotify and Apple. I will let you know once the episodes are uploaded to Apple. That way you can listen along as well as watch me. And I am on YouTube, so make sure you hit that YouTube button on there so you can follow me and get all your notifications as well. And make sure you also subscribe. Also, make sure you follow me on Facebook. I am at 60 now. I need to get to 40 more to get to 100. Just so I can go live, but I want to go past 100. I want to get to 1 million plus people on 1 million plus on my socials, on all of them. Because I'm also on X, aka Twitter, and TikTok as well, and Instagram as well as Instagram. So make sure you do follow me on all those social media platforms. And yes, we have a lot to talk about, like I said. Like we had not one but two trades within the last 2 days of prior to the NBA draft. That is right. 2 days ago we had Kevin Durant. Last night we had Drew Holiday. That is right. That is right. We have two major trades within the last 2 days, Sunday and Monday. But yes, we definitely have. Let's see if there will be another one later on today. Let's see if there will be another trade done later on. Who knows? Anything can happen. We are getting within 24 hours of the first day of the NBA draft, which will be tomorrow night and Thursday night as well at 8 Eastern on ESPN. So make sure you do watch. And make sure you double check your time in your area and your local ESPN for the NBA draft. And hey, we all know who's going after. We all know who's be going at that's projected to go first. And that's Cooper Flag to the Rockets. I believe that's right. No, actually, that's not right. Right, anyway, Cooper Flag is the one to go first overall. So yes, I will be doing my lives tomorrow as well as well as Thursday. So I gotta give you, my listeners and my fans, everything that has to do with the NBA draft. So let's get into what we had to talk about today. First off, we do have to talk about, well, one thing, we do have an announcement to make. We have a comedian. We have comedian Gills. They finally got a host for the ESPYs Awards this year. We got Shane Gillens, comedian, to be chosen for the ESPY Awards host for this year on July 16th. So we are definitely looking forward to that. And it will be simulcast at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on ABC and ESPN Plus. So make sure you do watch on those two channels. And make sure you check your local ABC stations for that. And if you cannot, for some reason, having a hard time with ABC, you can also get on ESPN Plus. And you can also get ESPN Plus on the Disney Plus app. So if you have Disney Plus app, you can easily get it on the ESPN Plus as well. And yes, he says that he is excited to do it, and also is a big sports guy. He has, he's the creator and the star of Netflix show Tires, and co-host of Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast. with fellow comedian Matt Kushner. Kushner. Anyway, he also had appeared in a Super Bowl ad with Peyton Manning and Post Malone, the big one, as well as a digital spot where he relates to the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Good to know. And of course, I like this guy not just because of his comedy, but because he really likes helping a lot of causes, and one of those causes has to do with people like me who have Down syndrome. He does a lot of stuff. He has this material on it, and he has done a lot to help people with Down syndrome and all that. So I do thank him for that. And let's see what he talks about that on the FP Awards is coming next month, in a couple of weeks actually. So we are getting closer to 4th of July, and you also know what that means. That's what the Memphis Hot Dog Eating Challenge, Hot Dog Challenge. And yes, Joey Chestnut is back. That's right, Chestnut Jones himself is back in his spot of the Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest. So let's see if he can break that aesthetic win last year. It was like 50 something the boys last year. But let's see. I believe Nate. I will believe Chestnut will easily will beat that. He has averaged at least 60 to 70, 80 so dogs and buns in that 10-minute time span. But hey, let's find out on the whole joint. Also, it also means we are getting closer to the MLB All-Star break, everybody. So make sure you vote for your All-Stars to go to the All-Star game. And of course, we also have the Hawaiian Derby coming up as well. And of course, one thing I like as well, a part of that week, and that is the celebrity softball game. And the best part about this is this game this year. The All-Star week is in my neck of the woods. I'm from Birmingham, Alabama originally, and it's going to be done in Atlanta, Georgia. That's right, the home of the Atlanta Braves. By the way, I am a fan of the Atlanta Braves myself. But and so yes. Let's see here. Looks like Tyrese Halliburton already had his Achilles surgery. So now it's time for that grueling rehab and getting back at it. But of course, it will take 10 to 12 months for him to be fully recovered. Unless depending on how well he does. But it's more likely he will not be playing at all next season. The only way, if he could, is if he does really well to a point that he's ahead of schedule on his rehab and rehabilitation or not. To the point that he could come back a little early. I doubt it, but we'll see about that with his doctors, the team doctors, as well as the the coaching staff of the Pacers to see what the government will call that will be. But yes, he had the surgery just the other day. So, and with that, we also have some baseball going on. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And today we have a handful of games. We got the Orioles and the Rangers going on tonight. We got Texas. We got Tigers and the Athletics. I just highlight a couple more. Tonight, I'll highlight this one for sure. We got the Guardians and the Blue Jays going at it tonight in Cleveland. You have the my Atlanta Braves, taking on the New York Mets tonight on TBS. That's the TBS game of this Tuesday night. So make sure you do watch that game. I will be watching that game when I'm out of the gym tonight while I am getting my exercise on. You have the Reds and the Yankees going at it tonight. We got the D-backs and the White Sox. And yes, the White Sox are still way under 500. with 25 wins and 54 losses. I can predict that the White Sox will have at least 70 or more losses this year. We also, I will highlight this one as well, the Milwaukee Brewers, pretty red hot Milwaukee Brewers, with a 43-36 record, taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates at home. And that's a 6:40 pitch. The Cubs and the Cardinals will be going tonight at 7:10. And of course, I have seen before, and that is the Dodgers take. Well, some of the rivalry, but it's not much of one right now because they're playing. It's the Rockies and the Dodgers. But we all know more likely the Dodgers can win this one because the Rockies is one as well as the White Sox. The Rockies are also one of the worst teams there is in the MLB with only 18 wins and 60 losses. See, they're already at 60 losses, and the White Sox are not quite there yet. We got the 500 the Red Sox that are at 500 against the Angels, Padres, and Nationals on MLB Network tonight. And for the WNBA, we have the Sparks in the Sky going on at 7 o'clock with on NBA TV. We also got the Dream and the Wings as well, and the Majestics in the mix. So okay, and let's see here. And looks like the New York Knicks will be interviewing head coaches. This is the third interview for the head coaching job. Mitch Newey is going to be going for the head coaching job, and that is going to ESPN. And of course, Charlemagne as well. So Pat McAfee will be on in a little bit. I'll see if I can get some more from him, and then I'll relay that out to you all. Murray has also worked as an assistant for the Pistons, the Nuggets, the Kings, and the Raptors. So yes, he has a good resume. He definitely does have a good resume for this particular job. And hey, what do you guys think about early this week when we had, when was this week the last? What do you think about Adam Schefter doing a little golf commentary? Let me know what you think in the comments of the replay of this live. As well as in the more a regular comment as well. Okay, let's see here. We got like I said, we do have the NBA draft Wednesday and Thursday night at 7 Central. And Cooper Flag going first overall to the Mavs. But my question is, all right, this is according to Stephen A. Smith. As of about less than an hour ago, it says, who's the biggest threat to the Thunder for them to repeat as national champion? Who would be the biggest threat? Well, one for me is the Boston Celtics. Another, the Suns on the Phoenix Suns, depending on how well they do. And of course, Houston, we have Kevin Durant going there. Let's see, depending on where Giannis ends up as well, if he leaves or if he stays in Milwaukee. So it's also where Giannis ends up, because if Giannis stays in Milwaukee could be in that position, depending on how they deal with the other injuries they have. Because I know they're dealing with the Achilles injury of Dame as well. So we know Dame might not be back either because of his Achilles. And yes, we had a lot of Achilles injuries this past year in the NBA alone. and anybody in the NBA alone. You have several players going down on that with that same injury as well. We have seen it in all other sports. One I can name a couple other ones, but I'll throw out one, and this was a while back because I know this guy is no longer with us. And when I'm talking about is Kobe Bryant. I remember when Kobe Bryant went down on his Achilles a while back as well, and we all know that. Yes, and also Kobe, we miss you, we love you, and rest in peace. Okay, now this is one thing that was talked about earlier, and I want to highlight this as well here, and that was what with the game 7. What were we more talked about? The fact that the Thunder won their first championship, or Tyrese Halliburton going down on his Achilles. I would say the Thunder, but for me, it's really Tyrese. Because Tyrese had 9 points. He had a chance to maybe have either a double-double or a triple-double, possibly, if he did not go down and could have at least 30, 40 something-ish points. Something like that, if he didn't go down as well. But he went down, so we didn't know what would have happened. And the Celtics would have, and the Pacers would have won on the road. Even though they did good up until they got started not doing what they needed to be doing, and dealing with the fact that Tyrese was dealing with the injury, and yes, it was emotional for him, emotional for all of us. That's one of the things that we don't always want to see happen. Is when a player goes down on an Achilles injury, especially in a Game 7 of an NBA Final. No matter if it's on the road or at home, that Game 7. Okay. We do have. Yeah, I'm just looking some of this stuff off the cuff. I do have stuff planned. We do have the Fever, the Storm going out tonight on NBA TV at 9 o'clock. That's right. Let's see how our girl, Caitlin Clark, does tonight. We also got the Dream and the Wings. We got the Skies and the Sparks. And we got the Majestics and the Lynx. L-Y-N-X. Why I can pronounce that correctly. I do apologize for that. But yes, even though the NBA is done and we're about to go into the draft for the next day, we still have the NBA, the WNBA, and we still have baseball now. For a couple of months before football starts back up with training camps, and teams reporting, spring camp starting, and camp, with players starting to report and get ready for the season. But yes, we have. And don't forget, the first game of the season and I will highlight this one for sure, will be the Eagles and the reigning champs, the Eagles, taking on the Cowboys on Peacock and NBC at 7:20 on Thursday night. And Philly is favored by 7 for that game. And yes, Travis Hunter has signed his rookie deal for 4 years with $30 million up front. The deal is worth $46.65 million, fully guaranteed, which includes the $30.7 million signing bonus paid up front, which is, to me, that is really, really crazy and pretty absurd or not. But I haven't seen many players, even a player like Hunter, a player like Hunter They'll get that money up front. But anyway, yes, we also had this past weekend, we had an Alex Fest, and that's right. I didn't go this year, but I will be there next year for sure. No matter what goes on in my life, my girlfriend and I will be there. My girlfriend Kayla Alice and Rodriguez and myself, Stella Henderson Bell. We will be at Fanatics Fest with hold our own booth as well. We'll let you know once we have all our credentials and everything set up for Fanatics Fest. So yeah, we'll be looking forward to meeting you all and signing autographs as well as handing out free swag as well. But until then, let's dive right back in. Yes, yes, yes. And one of my favorite Alabama players and ex-Jet and Raven has retired and has a new chapter in life. C.J. Mosley has officially retired. The five-time Pro Bowler linebacker is revealing his decision on his 33rd. He just had his 33rd birthday, and he made a decision. And here's a poster of this, it looks like. So make sure you go to C.J. Mosley's X account, and you can find this. And let's read the log here so I can see what he's going to be doing. Once I hear something, I will let you know once I get that to me. I had to dig into my sources with Alabama, as well as ESPN, everything. My courses I'm shelter and that. And once I hear all that from my sources, I will let you know what CJ Mosley will be doing. And yes, Rose Lashador Sanders has been running her. Sorry, folks. Anyway, Shador Sanders has. Sorry, folks. My girlfriend is trying to call me and she doesn't know I'm live. Sorry about this, folks. I had. Sorry about that, folks. I had to do that. I had about Honey know that on here. Apparently, she didn't know I was on. But anyway, I do apologize about that. Let's get back to it. And yes, it looks like Shador Sanders has been having not once but twice this month got pulled over for speeding. I remember he said about not driving. But apparently he's still driving and he has been pulled over for his second time for speeding. I hope he learns less than the second time, because once he gets 3 or more, eventually he's gonna have could have a record. And that's the last thing we want is a house to do to have a criminal record of any kind. Especially with his daddy, because we all know who his dad is. And that's prime time, Deion Sanders. Yeah, and yes, Judy's about to make a comeback. Okay, I do apologize for this little bit right here. But I'm just trying to find out what the next thing I want to talk about. Yep. But yes, we got the Fanatic. I will be there for sure next year. And my girlfriend as well. We both will be there. We'll have some cool new swag. The swag will be coming out soon. I just got a brand new logo. I'll be showing that off on my next episode when I do this like this with the logo on behind me. And looks like the Jets owner, Woody Johnson, has agreed to buy the Crystal Palace stake. Okay, looks like the Jets, a football team, is going into football, which is what we call soccer. Not many people I know of that are in the besides JG Watt that has either owns or but has a stake in a soccer team. And apparently the New York Jets owner does have that. And looks like Anton Brady was dealing with a fantastic games for $1 million prize. And he won that $1 million actually. Let's see. And it looks like Christian McCaffrey is going to be healthy. Yeah, we know he's been dealing with that with his injuries lately. And of course, we'll find out how he'll go with the open night against the Seahawks. Okay, here's something I got. I do have my TV on. I have it on mute, so you can all hear me on the TV. But let me ask you this. Most likely to reach the finals next season, LeBron, Katie, or Curry? Okay, I like that question. Who is most likely to reach the NBA finals next season? LeBron, Kevin Durant, or Stephen Curry? For me, it's similar toss up. I think LeBron can do it if they get the right players around him. But KD's in a good place. That he just got traded to the Rockets. But Curry, I'm not really sure about Curry because he has been doing well, but lately he has not been putting a good, solid run for the playoffs without having extra help of another star. Hey, I do know. I know they had this past season. They added Jimmy Butler to the former Heat, Jimmy Butler, to the roster, and yet they did not get to the playoff. Anyway, we will be here for a while. Let's see. Oh, and of course, I know this for a fact. We do have the linebackers university today. And yes, Lower Rutledge will be a part of that today with NFL Live. So make sure you watch NFL Live today from 4 to 5 Eastern Time. That's right. So make sure you do watch that. I got excited to record for me. But hey, make sure you do tune in. Okay. And of course, we got Jair Alexander dealing with his stuff. So with that trade, with him being traded, can Jair Alexander play to his potential after this trade? Can he play to his potential? Let me know what you think in the comments. I would like to know. And I will answer my questions to that and my take on it. Once you comment and or questions in the comment section. On YouTube as well as here on my replay lives. Hey, what's the podcast? And yes, of course we are the Wisconsin's suing Miami over the claims of tampering with the player in Miami. That is happening. If you want more of that, make sure you do listen to Locked On Big Ten. They will give you more information on that. And of course, will the Packers? Okay, hold on. Sorry about that, folks. I do apologize for taking so long. I know this is live, and I do want to give you the news. We got a lot of news in the sports industry. I know we kind of at a quiet zone right now because I know a lot of there's some football stuff going on, but not much. Because the season, we're not quite at the new season yet, and the NBA just wrapped up. The WNBA is going on, and hockey wrapped up for the year. This is the time that we have kind of in sports somewhat. You just had the College World Series for the women's softball as well as the men's baseball wrap up as well. And yes, and if you want to join in Pat McAfee, they're about to start in 3 minutes as the program note. I will move my show over there. So once I hear something from Pat, I'll let you know as well. And you know, you can always get Pat McAfee on YouTube as well as my show as well. And yes, I'm hoping to get Pat himself on here on my show as well. So yes, let's make sure we do that. I would love to have Pat and the guys on my show as well. And I will see what I can do. And of course, I will have Evan Cohen. Oh, sportsman like coming on. I can see what got on the details, and I will let you know about that. And of course, I will have some friends, more friends of mine. I got an Olympic gold medalist. That's right. An Olympic gold medalist in curling. If you know what curling is, it's basically ice, brooms, and a stone. And yes, they are my friends, Matt and Becca Hamilton. They are not a couple, they are brother and sister. Matt is a gold medalist in that sport, winning the Olympic Games, the gold medal in the 2018 Games. And I will have them both on my show coming up soon. I will set that up and let you know when that will be. So, yes. And come on in. I know there are a lot of people out there watching. I know they're going a little nuts and crazy, but hey, I am nuts and crazy. I was born that way. Anyway, let's dive right back in. Let me see what I got from Adam Schefter. I can always report that. Okay, here we go. And it looks like let's see here. Can't see much happening at the moment. But yes, there are a lot going on. Okay, Murphy's on. I'll have that in just a sec. But you know what's going on there. And yes, and make sure that you do subscribe and like I am with Up and Adams with Kate Adams as well. The Up and Adams show. I'm a big fan. I love her work as well. And yes, I'll be getting a lot of stuff from her, a lot of information from her as well. I get a lot of information from pretty much anywhere I can. And I will make sure I give that to you. That is right. That is right, everybody. And yes. And yes, this weekend we do have WWE Survivor. I think it's Survivor Series. Let me see. We got the Night of Champions this Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock Central Time. Live from Saudi Arabia. That is right. Live from Saudi Arabia. I'm going to my fan on, but I have it on low so I can stay cool and talk to you at the same time. There we go. If you hear that and you want me to turn it down the fan, I can do that, just so you know. Okay. Oh. And you know what? I love my. No, let me take a Prime break. You know me, I love my Prime. So make sure you get yourself some Prime. You want this blue so you can kind of see this well, but it's Prime drink, and I love it. It's Prime. I love it. It keeps me hydrated when I work out. It keeps me hydrated when I need a boost, and of course when I need a break for my Prime breaks here on my show and live. So I'll take one right now. A little give up why so me. I'll just drink my Prime. Okay. And yes, like I said, Terry Halliburton had his surgery. Let's see here. But hey, we do have boxing going on. There is boxing, and we're not going on. So yes. And yes, we are getting closer to the MLB trade deadline. So I will let you know more on that as well. And yes, the MVP of the NBA is also the Finals MVP as well. First time since Michael Jordan. And yes. And you know what? One of my favorite shows is coming back, and you should get on this soon. It won't be long. I wonder when it's coming back. And I know the host is the one and only The Miz of WWE, and it is Milking Gladiators. It was a 90s, 80s game show doing physical activities with people like Nitro and Simon and a bunch of other gladiators, and people like us going against them and for prizes and money and whatnot. But anyway, I'm glad that's coming back. And once I hear more on that, I will let you know about that. As well as The Miz. It was kind of cool that actually I got to see the cool. Yes. And of course, this Friday, don't not forget this Friday, we do have the NHL draft. So make sure you watch the NBA draft tomorrow and Thursday, and then Friday, the NHL draft as well. Yeah, and I know the transfer portal has been busy with a lot of players going everywhere in all sports, basketball, all that. Even ladies football. So yes, a lot going on with that. And hey, game day will be back in in August. And yes, week one will be the last and final college football for one and only Lee Corso. Lee Corso will be leaving after the first week of the college football season, week one. That will be his final airing of being on college football morning show with Lee Corso, with himself, Lee Corso, Lee, as well as Reese Davis and Desmond Howard, Coach Street, Nick Saban, and of course the one and only Pat McAfee. And looks like we just had a commitment on Pat McAfee with Water Lions committing to BYU. Congratulations, Ryder, picking BYU. Congratulations. He's a 5-star QB going to BYU. Could this guy be the next? She's young. Well, that's the question. But let me know. Watch this kid, and the videos on YouTube of his high school play, and let's see how well he does at BYU as a 5-star QB at BYU. And yes, we are getting as well. We have a lot of drafts going on. We have, like I said, we got tomorrow and Thursday with the NBA, Friday with the NHL. And it won't be long before the amount of weeks we have the baseball draft. So yes, we got a lot of drafts coming our way. And I do not mean the blissfully called type of draft. But yes. Okay, let's do some rankings here, everybody. Now, this is the rankings of the last 10 NBA championships since Oklahoma won it this year. Of course, we'll start off with at number 10, the Los Angeles Lakers in 2019 through 2020. That was the ball year, basically. 2021 with the Milwaukee Bucks at number 9. Number 8, we got Golden State Warriors for 21 and 22 of 2020. Number 7, they got the Nuggets at 22 and 23. They got the Toronto Raptors at 18 and 19. We got at 2017-18 with the Warriors again. Looks like. We got the Celtics at number 4 for 23-24 season. We got the Cavaliers of Cleveland at 2015-2016. And that's back when LeBron came back to Cleveland before going to LA. And of course, the past year, number 2 with Oklahoma. And then, of course, number 1 has to be the Warriors again. 2016-2017 season against Cleveland and LeBron James. Let me see if I can pull up some power rankings of the NFL. You're getting close. Not quite, but we're getting there. Here we go. And this is according to the NFL.com. So, whenever you need anything from the NFL, do make sure you use the NFL app as well as NFL.com for this. And this power rankings are getting is through the NFL. Number one, we got the Eagles. Ravens at 2. Chiefs had Eagles. Chiefs at 1. Ravens moved up to 2 by 1. The Chiefs dropped 1 to number 3. Buffalo Bills stayed right there where they're at with the 4. Same with the Lions at number 5, and same as well as Washington at 6. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers come up at up 2 to number 7, as well as the Rams up 2 to number 8. The Packers are down 1 to number 9. Ouch. We also have the Vikings dropping 3 spots from 7 to 10. Denver Broncos at 11, up 1. Down 1 for the Bengals of Cincinnati. I definitely want to check them out this season because I know Joe Boy has been dealing with his hand injuries or not this past year. So I wonder how his hand grip is going to be on the ball. How well he can how he's going to make his handoffs, his passes, and whatnot. We have the Texans at 14, stays. The Niners come up to spot number 15, from 18 to 15. The Bears stay where they're at 16. Steelers drop 2 spots to number 17. The Cardinals up 1 to 18. Oh, the Seattle Seahawks dropping 2 spots to 19. Cowboys up 2 spots to number 20. That's not bad, cracking into the top 20. Falcons still at 21. And 22 from Miami up down 2. Excuse me, folks. In just a minute, I need to go myself at Celsius. And y'all know Celsius is the go-to energy drink for me, as well as Gin and Milo and Gin Lada, the name too. Either way, we go, the Colts at 23 still, as well as the Panthers at 24. Same for the Eagles, same for the New England Patriots and the Raiders. As well as the Jets at 27, and now Cleveland went up 1 to 28. Yep, that's all right. Jacksonville has gone up by 1 to 29. Okay, that's okay. Same with New York going up 1. The Giants going up 1 to 30. And then you got the Saints down 3 to 31. And then lastly, but not least, the Tennessee Titans at number 32. And that is the Power Rankings. And that is sponsored by ESPN, NFL Red Zone, NFL Plus Red Zone. Okay, let's see. This is the fun thing about the show. Even though I'm the only person on here, I am looking for a co-host. I do need a co-host so I can go back and forth and actually have a conversation, not just me doing it. So yes, I am looking for a co-host. You have to be in the sports industry. Should at least have a degree in broadcasting and communications and whatnot to apply. But if you have the skills, to back it up, I would love to at least give you a chance. And if you're in high school or in college and you want school credit, I would love to give you an opportunity to work for me, and I would definitely love to sign off to give you high school and college credit for working with me on my show. I'd love to do that for you. I'd love to help you others. And I'd love to help students to get on their diplomas for whatever they need to do. So yes, if you're interested, I will put all my content out there, and you can also reach me on my social medias, YouTube, and make sure you hit the bell, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and X as well. You always use me on all of that. I can always make sure I'll be getting business. I will be putting on my new logo here soon, and I will have my new logo on once I have my business cards made up and printed, and I'll be ready to hand them out to you. And yes, I will have it on. And looks like Aaron Rodgers is on right now on Pat McAfee. I don't have the sound on only because I don't make sure I can focus on you all out there. But as always, check back. That's the best thing about social media. I can easily check that out as well. Anyway, gonna be here for a little while longer before I get myself ready to go to my job. And yes, I'm working on a video of that one because that job, like I said, I hate. It sucks. Now, like this though, I love this one, and I love my other job that I have at East Penn Radio Madison, and I get cool stuff. I even got this cool hat a couple years back, and I'll be going again. Think how it coming up again, and that's right. That's Vibes Golf. You see a lot of former Badger players, Bo Jackson, I believe, will be there, I think, this year. And of course, Melvin Gordon and other Wisconsin Badger greats and now NFL pros. So let me pull that up for you all. If you want to do this, if you're in the Wisconsin area and you want to come, here we go right here. Mm-hmm. Here we go. Yes, it's Vibes Golf. All you need to go to is vibesgolfclub.com. That's VIBEZGOLFCLUB.com. And sign up today. All they need is your email, your name, first and last name, and your phone number to submit. And of course, the tickets are a couple $100 to play. It is a golf event at TBC Golf Course in Wisconsin. Registration starts at 1 o'clock on the 28th of Saturday, which will be this Saturday actually at 1 o'clock. So this Saturday at 1 o'clock at TBC Golf Wisconsin is a tournament style format with Team Scramble. The cost is $300 per player or $1,100 for a complete foursome, which will make you a $100 savings for that. All players will receive the following benefits: a 18-hole round with cart included, on-course meal and beverages, Vibes City official tournament hat. It'll be something like this, maybe a different color. We'll see. Swag bag with various different gifts, administration to the post event, and more. And if you have questions, you can go to NVITAL at vibesgolfclub.com, and they will reply as soon as possible. And they will see you this Saturday. I will be there. My girlfriend's going to be there for sure at 1 o'clock until later until the end, depending on what time that will be. But yes, we will be there for sure this Saturday afternoon. We'll be hanging out with some cool people of mine that work for ESPN Radio, Madison, whatnot, and of course, Melvin Golden and the others. So yes, if you want to join me, I would love to have people come in here. I will have a phone line, a text and a phone, and text and call. Well, let me repeat that. I will have officially have a phone line that will be set up that I can take your text messages and your call. The call and text line. And yes, like I said, I need people to come on. If you want to be a sponsor, partner, and one of us with my show, I would love to have you come in and join me. I would love for you to give me your information as well. And of course, if you're an athlete and you want, if you're an athlete and you're in college and you have an agent or not for an NIL deal, I would love to do that as well. And let's see here. And yes, the weather is hot. The summer is definitely here big time. We got a lot of coming this summer. A lot of changes, even with my show as well. A friend of mine, I will put this out there. I hope he sees this. I do want to congratulate a friend of mine of East Radio, Wisconsin, and our Milwaukee, Wisconsin affiliate of the show of Kyle Bush and Norman. That's Kyle Wallace, Ben Bush, and Black Northman. If you don't know who they are, Black Norman is a former Badger punter and Super Bowl runner-up. Yes, and yes, he did play with Cam Newton. He was on his team as his punter. And of course, Ben Bush, the guy that was famous for that half-court shot against Michigan. And Kyle Wallace. And I do want to personally give out a congratulations to Kyle Wallace. He and his girlfriend just got engaged just this past weekend. So congratulations, my friend, to you and your baby girl. Congratulations on your engagement and best of luck to both of you. Okay. Oh, okay. This is something good. You like this for sure. Looks like the rankings of the MLB top 50 trade deadline candidates are out. All right, these are for the Red Sox. You got Alex Bowman, the baseman for the Sox. You got Javon Dunn for the Sox as well. Sander Alvarado. You got Sandy of the Miami Marlins. His chance of being traded is 60%. The Brewers have Freddie Peralta. Yeah, I don't know about that, but that would be interesting if he does get traded. He has been pretty well. You got Veno Surizo, EUGENIOSUAREZ. I just spelled that out so we could put it together because I don't know I can pronounce it myself, and I do apologize for that. Anyway, he's the third baseman for the D-backs. San Diego, San Diego's Seth Logo and Kansas City's Royal shortstop. The D-backs, Zach Gillen is up for grabs. Mola Kelly, other D-backs, as well as Josh Naylor. Which one of the D-backs, I have a lot of guys on the slab that are on the trade that could be a potential trade. Ryan, okay, this is of the Baltimore, the first baseman, Ryan Ohan. And of course, the Atlanta Braves has Marcel Ozuna, the DH. We got the right-handed pitcher for the Twins, John Dunn. We have Emmanuel Class, Cleveland Guardians, the right-hander. Dylan Flex Batista, I believe that is how you say that, I think. Yeah, Flex Batista of the Orioles. As well as Cedric Mullins as well, of outfield. We got the Rockies, Ryan McClellan, the base. And yes, the Rockies need to make some moves. They're sucking this year. They're still sucking. They're sucking as much as the Hugo vacuum. We got Pete Fairbanks for the Tampa Bay Rays, right-handed pitcher, up for grabs. We also got another Boston Red Sox with a 35% chances of a trade. Alois Chapman. And of course, the White Sox, Lewis Robert Jr. of outfield for the Sox. And yes, the Sox are also another team that could need some help with some trades. And the player, too. And of course, Tyler Ward of the Los Angeles Angels of outfield. Nolan Amadolo, I think that's how I say it, I think. Third baseman of the Cardinals. The A's shortstop Lewis Centurano. I think that's how I say that. Got Ryan Nielsen, right-hander for the Cardinals as well. We got the Texas Rangers, Tyler Mahal. It's like Ravens shortstop, outfield of Texas Rangers, Andreas Garcia. I think I say that right. The Angels, right-hander, Reed Domino's, Walter Bublo, and national shortstop of the Sox are red. The Reds of Cincinnati are getting rid of. Well, see, they are trading Nick Martinez. You got Eric Freedy of shortstop of the Cardinals at number 30, and then 31 through 50, we got. There are a bunch of here. I don't have to read them all right now, but I will see if I can flash. I'll put that in a graphic for y'all to take a look on my short and here on my likes as well for the from 31 through 50. Okay, this is a quote from Tyrese Halliburton. It says Halliburton on playing throughout the conference says, "I'd do it again." Wow, I can't believe he said that. That he would play on that Achilles, on that calf strain, that would give him, that could potentially take his Achilles, just like he did this past Sunday. Again, he says he'll do it again. I don't know why he would do that again. If you want to hear a story on this type of thing, make sure you play back and listen to Jim Manamani of yesterday's episode. You can always hear that back and watch it back on demand on the new Wisconsin ESPN app. Make sure you do that app, load the app, and in this way you can customize what you want. You can easily get to the YouTubes. You can easily get to the You can get to our YouTube stations, our YouTube accounts, as well as the radio side of it as well, and all the other shows we have. I'm hoping, eventually my show will be picked up by them because this is my career, this is my life. I'm doing this not just for myself to make a living. I am this one reason, but another reason is because I love my girlfriend. I want to ask her to marry me soon, and for us to start a family. And all that kind of stuff does cost money, so I do need to make a living doing this for myself and for her and for our future because I love her so much. But anyway, let's get back to it. I just can't believe Terry said that. And I bet there will be some blowback on this too. From hearing it, from reading this, that Tyrese will do it again. No matter how many times you do it again, eventually there'll be a day. Eventually, you get to a point that you no longer have it. I don't because eventually that Achilles and that calf will be put on strain and torn so many times that who knows, you may not even be able to have it anymore. I'm not a doctor. I don't play one on TV, but I do have family that are all doctors in my family. I got ENT, a cousin that's an ENT. I got a GYN uncle, and of course a veterinarian as well. But anyway, and of course my mother Charlotte Bell, and she's been my rock. I thought growing up because she's always been there for me, but she always has been there for her client, all of her patients. That's right. She is a retired physical therapist. So yes, I know a thing or two about physical therapy because of her. I have learned a lot from my mother, and that's one of the many things why I love her so much. But anyway, let's get back to it, everybody. We got a lot more to talk about. And yes, I am apologizing over and over, even though if I had to or not. I just apologize because I know I'm going to do this by myself, and I do need a co-host. Like I said earlier, I need a co-host. And I will be interviewing co-hosts as well. And I would love it if they are people I know, people that I will get to know. So yes, I am a co-host, and I would love to see. I would love it if you have a college education, if you do, or at least or some kind of a formal, for some sort of education higher than just a high school diploma. Just so you know, but if you do have that and you still have the skill and you're really good at it, I'll at least give you a chance. But anyway, let's get back into it, everyone. We have a handful still to go. We're almost at the end of today's show. We got up within 20 minutes. I don't even. I'm gonna learn how to. This is kind of new to me here, and I got a friend of mine that's doing the control work for this remotely at his place. Thank you, Jimmy, for doing that for me. I'm gonna learn how we can pause the lives, run commercials, so I can step aside, grab a drink, whatever, and a rush break. And yes, like I said, I do want to run commercials and ads on here, so I will need partners, investors, and business partners, business investors, business sponsors, and business investor sponsors and partners is like. I would love to have you. I would love to give you information. You can always, like I said earlier, you can get it here on my show. Get my information through here, and I can. My friend Jeremy, I think you're watching this. What I do next on my next episode will flash my email on the bottom line here. My contacts on the bottom. Do a little check down here on the bottom area. with my email, with my contact information, so you can get a hold of me. That. And yes. So, let's see. And yes, FSU's landed a four-star QB Neal after a decommit of OU. Georgia 26 wide receiver pledge. And flips. A Georgia wide receiver has flipped to Miami now. And yes, the Pac 12 CBS extended media deals has been extended to 2030 to 2031. That's good. That's good for them. I remember when it was when SEC had that deal until they went down to ESPN, ABC, whatnot. Disney. I know we know Disney is a part of all that. Now I would love to see some Disney versions of football games on there. We only saw a couple of them. I know we had that one game that was in with the that was in the Simpsons world. I'd love to see some more of that. Would you like to see more versions of sports games and in the cartoon world? We saw the game, and that was in Andy's room in Toy Story. We saw the game that was the one I just mentioned with the Simpsons, with Homer and with the Simpsons with Homer and Bart being the having going at it. And yes, you can watch it either way. You either watch it either through the cartoon version, or you watch it just the other way as well. With just the regular game set up. But yes, that would be fun to have if they did that. And yes, I enjoyed this NBA wrapping up. I would love to see this continue. And it is introducing the players. Introducing players in games, especially in the playoffs. Because I know they would do the World Chief look, and then they turn down the lights, show the stuff on some cool graphics and some cool parts of games and whatnot, and the players on the big screen, and then there'll be some places there shoot fire or whatnot. But yeah. And it says here that Aaron Rodgers, I'm playing this last season. He says, I am pretty sure this is it. That's right. All right, I got it. You hear it here first. Besides Pat McAfee, you hear it here with me first, as well as Pat. So, that Aaron Rodgers is saying that I am pretty sure that this is it. Looks like this for me. Aaron Rodgers' swan song season, which means retirement is right after that. So, congratulations on that for Aaron Rodgers. Congratulations, Rodgers, for finally putting that out there in quote. And I know you will want to hear more of that later on today, and you'll get that first off tomorrow around 12:30 with my friend Alex Stroke with Mr. Irrelevant, along with Tiny Hands and Josh DiMaggio. And of course, Will. But also, you hear this today, and for today, you hear this on Cal Busher Norman, Cal Wallace, been washed, and Brennan, like I said. And of course, Jim Matt Molly, Jim Willage, Matt Hamilton, and Molly Brown. We don't can hear all that. Hear them talking about this with the Rogers. I know they're watching this as well as I am at the state at ESPN Radio Madison and Milwaukee right now. And they grew up with their notes and stuff like that. I'm just doing mine as I see it right now. Because I need visuals, not just writing stuff down. But anyway, yes, looks like this is it for Rogers. 4-time NFL MVP. We'll call it, he will finally will call it a career after playing 1 year with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I will listen to this back myself later once they air it all way through, and I will give you more information that I will get from that in my next episode, in my next live. And yes, I will be doing some more live. So yes, I will do a live not just on Tuesdays. I'll be starting doing it not just Tuesday, but also we'll be doing it every other. My goal is to go every day. Now I know I need to have a live myself, working out, losing some weight for me, as well as family, friends, my honey, my girlfriend that I told you about, as well as the other job that I told you about that I have that I hate. I made a mail for them right now, the state of Wisconsin, Department of Administration. The name of the place the name of the actual place is Publishing Distribution. And it's right by our airport here in Madison, Wisconsin. But I will give you some videos on that later on because I want people to know the conditions that I work in. Because it's not ideal, for sure. It's not ideal whatsoever. No windows for me. No anything really. It's just blah, really. But I will give you more of that later on. And basically out of time. I'm gonna let it go. I gotta get ready to go to my other job soon. The job I just mentioned. But anyway, back to the sports. You know what? I will call this. That's today's episode. I will give you more on my next one. There will be some edit if you want a special request. Me doing an episode. Let me know. I would love to do that for you. And make sure you give me some topics to talk about. I would love to get your input of what I should talk about. And Jeremy, if you hear this, I am ready to sign off. So before I sign off, my friend Jeremy controls. I am Sadler. You know me. Make sure everybody knows that you have a great day. Enjoy your week. I'll see you within the next day or two when next live. And like I always say, make sure you always have variety in your day and in your life. I'll see you next time. Cut, Jeremy.